Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? I think I have another Christmas edition live stream on Christmas Eve. I don't know how many people are going to join, but I got a busy day tomorrow. If I do anything, if I go live tomorrow, it'll probably be like early in the morning, but so I figured just go live right now. So let's go to see what we can do. See, for those of you who don't know, this is Pippin. This is the incredible Rippin' Pippin that I called earlier this year, and it's up 4,000% for the year, which is crazy. But yeah, I did my live stream yesterday, and yeah, I was going over lots of stuff, but I didn't really go over. I didn't go over a lot of picks. I did talk about Pippin, of course. I talked about Russell. Russell's a good. Oh, actually, I think I want to go into more detail about Russell today too. I think Russell's a pretty damn good play. That's another one. We did a whole bunch of multipliers. Another coin that I called, like, when did I call Russell? It was either earlier this year or late last year. But Pippin and Russell have been long time plays for me. So, but yeah, yeah, I found some of these, a lot of this funny stuff. Now with AI, you know. Crazy. Crypto guys, Christmas 2026. Yeah, I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I think the top is going to be 2027. But I think 2026 is going to be a little bit better than 2025. 2025 was horrible. But now, you know, the business cycle is going to start going up. PMI is going to start going up. The real pumps are going to be starting in 2026. The real pumps, right? Because these last 4 years, as I keep on explaining, Bitcoin's price in USD has just been keeping up with inflation. If you compare it to gold, it hasn't really risen too much. So, not to mention that gold is pumping. Look at this funny right now. At first, I thought this was real. Obviously, you know, without them sound and the music. I thought this was real. I was like, oops, I want to say AI. That's crazy, right? Oh my god, dude. Oh, crazy. Saeed, what's going on? What's going on, yo? Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I got me this as a Christmas pajamas, actually. Yesterday I had a Christmas sweater, right? So, yeah. Yeah. This is kind of funny.
Urgent message from police. They're looking for a missing dad.
Missing dad.
The girl only had a drawing of her father. She didn't have a photo, just this drawing of her father.
I have an update from police.
Officers have now located the father just moments ago.
Yeah. This is a good one. Crypto investors watching every other asset class getting a Santa rally. Yeah, I want to go into that in a second, but yeah, it's funny.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Every other asset, right?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
No Santa rally for us. Yeah, no Santa rally for us. So I was looking. I just went on X. So speaking of that, and the Santa rally, and every other asset that's pumping except Bitcoin and crypto and so on. So I just typed in Bitcoin down at X, right? And you know, I see stuff like this. Crypto winter is real. This RSI diversion suggests that Bitcoin may be forming a bottom. Strong reversal could be expected in the new year. And you know, like gold, new all-time high, silver, new all-time high, S&P 500, new all-time high, the NASDAQ, new all-time high. You know, wait a minute, yeah, S&P 500 did a new all-time high, so not near. So this is This is 2 days old, right? But yeah, the NASDAQ, the Dow, Bitcoin is down 28% from its peak, having the worst fourth quarter in the last 7 years without any negative news, FUD, or scandal. There was no explanation except pure market manipulation. No. I keep saying these people are single-handedly, these 4-year cycle zombies are the ones that are causing this. They believe in a 4-year cycle and they keep selling and selling and selling. And the market manipulators, the traditional market manipulators, right? The market makers, they're the ones that's sitting back and smiling at these 4-year cycle zombies as they keep making the price of Bitcoin very low. And they're just buying from these zombies, right? And they're even, these zombies are even willing to sell at a loss, that they believe in the 4-year cycle so much that they are selling at a loss because they think we're going into a crypto winter. So they're suppressing the price. So it's not a mystery as to why this is happening. It's clearly right here in this chart. If you go to checkonchain.com and click on their chart section, you'll find this chart. The good news, however, is that you can visually see that the 4-year cycle zombies are selling less than they have been. So I'm hovering over right now. I see December 21st. If you go back down here, it's December 16th. You go down here, this is December 9th, 10th, right? So over the weeks, there is less and less selling. There's still a lot. This is a goddamn lot, right? But there's less and less selling by these 4-year cycle zombies. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And this is like a artificial suppression of the market, right? I have been saying since back in August, right, more or less, maybe even beforehand, that we're going to get a nice end of year rally and the 4-year cycle zombies are going to sell at the slightest green candle and they're going to suppress the green candles. But things happened in October and November that caused us to go to below the 50-week moving average. So instead of suppressing green candles, they're suppressing us from going back above the 50-week moving average, right? So we had the flash crash on October 10th that convinced a lot of people that the 4-year cycle was going to be over. So then we had our buddy Jerome Powell tell everybody that we're probably not going to get a rate cut in December. So that caused a lot more people to be bearish. And then, the government shutdown sucked liquidity out of the market. So because of all that, we went below the 50-week moving average. And now we can't get back above because of these guys. These guys. So it is not a mystery. And I see posts like this all over the place about people just can't understand why we're down. They're blaming the market makers. But the market makers are like sitting there laughing at these clowns. Right? And I don't know if we want to be too hard on them. They're what they're doing, they're causing crypto to be down. So my swing trades are pretty damn good. I claimed I bought back into a bunch of my swing trades earlier this morning. Some of them were I don't know, let me just go to my Discord because I posted it. I got back in on some pretty damn good deals, right? I sold high and I bought back in low. One of them I got 180. I bought back in after previously selling at 181% higher. Another one was 80% higher. Another one was 75% higher. Another one was 60% higher, and so on. So these 4-year cycle zombies, they're helping me out, right? So we're getting some good prices. So you got to look at it like that. The market makers, the billionaires, they're over here saying damn, I get some some cheap crypto, some cheap Bitcoin, just because of these guys right here. So it's not a it is totally not a mystery if you look at this chart. So checkonchain.com, go check them out. They have all different types of charts that I've shown. I think there's good 4 of them that I've shown, right? But I think these two, between this one and this one, they tell it all, because this shows you how much they're willing to sell at a loss, right? And this one shows you the pattern where normally in the past they would sell in a euphoria phase when there's new market participants buying from those who want to take profits. But now they're just selling at a loss because they think there's a crypto winter coming. It's kind of crazy. Then you have this chart. It goes into a little bit more detail. These are long-term hold of supply. And so on. So, you know, it's yeah, realized profit and loss. But yeah, I mean, this chart really tells it all. So zoom in right here and you see all this going on. But yeah, man, everything is at all-time highs, every single goddamn asset. So it's not only gold and silver. I mean, like I've seen things like copper and platinum and stuff. And so Bitcoin down 12% this year. I thought it was just okay, 20% from the peak. Yeah. Gold up 71%. Peter Schiff deserves his victory lap for 2025. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Give it to him, you know. Yeah. God help us all. Yeah, I think this is like they're creating a massive suppression of the market. And what's going to happen next? You know, you're going to have a correction, right? Yeah, typically when you say there's going to be a correction, it's just because there was a pump, there was a big pump, and it has to go back down, right? So, you know, going back down, it's okay. Now there's a correction, but this is the opposite. This is like artificial suppression of the market, and it's like a slingshot being pulled, right? And it's going to fire off, and there's going to be a correction. It's going to go up. It's going to go up the other way. So, but we'll see what happens. We're probably going to encounter a lot of resistance when we get to 100K. And then who knows what's going to happen in January if we can break through 100K, because then we have a possible new government shutdown coming on January 30th. So we'll see what happens. But fingers crossed that we're going to see that huge correction with that slingshot just letting loose in February. Hopefully, you know, I really hope. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, yeah, some long-term plays that I've been talking about. I've been mentioning here and there in my videos and maybe in my community as well. So Linea, I think Linea is a pretty bullish play. I don't like the tokenomics, but I think in the long term, it is going to be a good play. So yeah, how Linea became the go-to layer 2 for Swift and its token MetaMask and 30 million rewards pick. Whatever. Yeah, but MetaMask. But which is interesting because I actually found out just a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, so the parent company's Consensus, which owns, you know, the Linea layer 2 chain, right? It made Linea. And then obviously the primary meme, the mascot meme of the Linea chain is Foxy, right? But I always didn't understand why Foxy looks a lot like the logo of MetaMask. And I was like, oh, their MetaMask is made by Consensus. They're both the same parent company. Linea and MetaMask is just connected to the same company. I'm like, okay. So, which is interesting. But I am very bullish on Foxy. I'm very bullish on Linea. Obviously, if I go through some of these bullet points here, Swift is prototyping its new settlement ledger on Linea, connecting the network to global banking experiments. Yeah, I think, you know, Wall Street is here and they like Linea. So, hey, I think Linea is going to be a good play going forward for many years to come. So, you know, I put on my list Bitcoin, Caspa, Litecoin. I'm very bullish on Litecoin. Maybe I'll get into that too. But and then there's like Tau, and then there's Linea, right? And then if you want a relatively high risk but almost safe, right? Because nothing is financial advice in this channel, right? Nothing is financial advice, right? But I have spent quite a bit of money on Foxy and over the last couple of years, I guess, you know, since here, right? DCA and in, so I am way down, right? I'm way down from all my buys. Like I bought around here, I bought down here. This is I bought a lot of it during tariff season, right? So you're talking about February to April, right? And then it's at a 2.6 million market cap. But I think because of all this and everything I just said related to Linea and so on, I think that Foxy has a bright future. So you never know. This could do like 1,000x from its 2 million market cap. It could be like 2 billion. You never know. 2027, right? So in a gigantic cycle top, unlike anything we've ever seen before, which I think is going to happen in 2027, not 2026. So for a high risk, high reward play, with, you know, like they say, an asymmetric play, right? If you put down $1,000, what if it does nothing? Then you lose $1,000. But if it does its full potential, that $1,000 can turn to $1 million. So yeah. So so Foxy, Linea, right? I just mentioned Litecoin. Litecoin, I think Litecoin is an OG, and I think that it's got its going on. I became bullish on it again after Trump got elected, because, you know, it's a Made in America coin. It's going to get all these ETFs coming down the pike, you know, over the next couple of months. Well, I think we got like 160 ETFs or whatever, maybe some crazy amount of ETFs that's going to be hitting us, landing on top of us over the next like 3 months, right? Which is why I say that slingshot, these 4-year cycle zombies, they keep pulling and pulling and pulling on that slingshot. And when that slingshot is released, man, I think it's going to go to the moon, man. Definitely to the moon, like Santa says in my thumbnail, right? So, but yeah, not only that, I was, you know, and then I found out something as of, I think, 2023. So recently in this cycle, there's Litecoin has been upgraded to have a privacy option. So it is also can be considered a privacy coin. So, which is interesting, not like Zcash, which totally sucks and has horrible tokenomics. So horrible tokenomics. This is crazy. If you bought like 8 years ago, you still be down, right? Look at that. Like if you bought back here, it is crazy with Zcash. It's so horrible, but it is what it is. But you know what? Go back. How many centralized exchanges does Foxy have? Oh, it doesn't have that much. It has 11. Okay. You know what? Let me check. Check in my community. When's the last time they got a centralized exchange, right? Because we monitor that. I don't think it's recent then, if that's the case. Yeah, let me just show you guys. Yeah, so yeah, we have this in my community. So yeah, I guess the last time Foxy was listed on a centralized exchange was in July. But if that's the case, that means it lost like a whole bunch of them. That's crazy. I don't know. It's strange. So it's on crypto.com. Yeah, let me go back here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. See what's up here. So, but it's on crypto.com. That's pretty damn good. Foxy is on Uphold. That's good. So Uphold doesn't show on CoinMarketCap. So definitely, I got a bunch of Foxy and Uphold. So yeah, it's got those tier ones. It's got Uphold. It's got Crypto.com. So yeah, but yeah, guys. What else we got going on? This is yeah, this is this article. These are the zombies, right? Yeah, we got some yachts. So hopefully, this is interesting looking, but it looks like it's built for speed. Look at this. It looks like a battleship, dude. Look at that. That yacht. So Foxy and all these other tokens I've been talking about. This is going to get us to buy one of these bad boys. Yeah, that one, yeah. So historical, this is interesting. So historical prices on Christmas Eve for Bitcoin. So yeah, we're and what's the price right now? Hold on. Oops. So it's 80. Oh, look at that. 87. So on Christmas Eve, let me go back to that list. It is like almost exactly the same right now. Oh, it is showing 2025. So it was okay. So Christmas Eve of last year, it was 94, and right now it's okay. It's 87. Yeah. Okay. I thought the last one on the list was 2024, but yeah. Yeah, we had some good pumps in the Trump pump. That was pretty damn good. Buy Bitcoin at 3,000. Nah. Buy Bitcoin at 19,000. Nah. Buy Bitcoin at 60,000. Nah. 100,000. You just got lucky. Yeah. Keep telling people that. I remember telling people about crypto like going back like 10 years. You know, the weirdest things, you know, that's like that's just for like money launderers and stuff like that. You get people telling you that. Will Bitcoin trend and push past 100K, or we do for a dip this year's rally? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I hope we get to 100K before the close of the year. I know we probably most definitely won't pass. We probably will definitely not go beyond 100K this year, you know, the next week or so, or the next 7 days because of these guys. But anyways, it is what it is. But it'll be nice. It would be nice because when things start, when Bitcoin even has the smallest rally, the tokens in my community that we play end up blasting off. Blasting off. So this is Bitcoin in El Salvador last year. So interesting. Yeah, El Salvador. Embracing Bitcoin, the first country to embrace. This is kind of funny. This is posted by Casper Daily. This is kind of funny.
Breaking support. We're going to zero. We need to sell. Sell for fiat.
Nobody sells nothing. You think this scares me? I've got a girlfriend at a lesbian bar right now. I've got no support and no resistance and no clue what I'm doing. I try to guess the bottom, I lose. Kit tap, piffy, wing, wong, wang. They can't take your chips if you don't throw them on the table.
So, we retreat?
Retreat? No. I sent the command.
Sir, you spelled hold.
I know I spelt it wrong. In a zero-sum game, the only way we lose is if we fold. So we don't trade, we don't swing, we do the one thing they never expected.
And what's that, sir?
Absolutely nothing.
Now huddle!
All right. So yeah, I was talking about Russell. I wanted to get more deeper into Russell. So Russell has been a long time player of mine. I had considered it to be a top contender to be the first base token to get a spot listing on Coinbase. Among two other tokens. One of them was Dogamy, which got that spot listing and did a nice quick 10x on that back in March. And another one was like Arrowbud. But Russell was definitely a top contender. So the backstory with Russell, what happened recently, well, they did get some more centralized exchanges, like a surge of centralized exchanges. There's like 4 of them in one day, right? So they got 6 in total now, and all this time they only had 2. So they got 4 like in a single day, like less than a week ago, right? A few days back. So supposedly, well, Russell itself, so you know how Toshi is Brian Armstrong's cat? So Russell is Brian Armstrong's dog. So I guess they didn't get, I guess Dog and Me beat Russell for getting that spot listing. So I don't know if they wanted to fill the meme coins on Coinbase with Brian Armstrong's pet. Probably would have been weird. So probably why they chose Dog and Me. Not to mention Dog and Me is a pretty damn good meme and a pretty good concept, right? Dog and Me is like, you got that dog in you, right? So it's like about self-confidence and being self-assured and stuff like that. So it's a very positive vibe, that Dog and Me meme. So, it makes sense to be that first dog on Coinbase, on the base chain, right? But if there's going to be a runner-up, like a sidekick or something like that, it's going to be the second dog to Dog and Me, is probably going to be Russell, right? So it's Brian Armstrong's dog. And what happened was, I didn't even look for I don't know. Let's just browse the X profile right now. But supposedly, Brian Armstrong bought some Russell socks, right? Which is bullish, of course, right? That means Brian Armstrong knows about the project and likes it, and so on, right? And then it was like Elon Musk retweeted that or something, right? It was like suddenly everybody knows about Russell, right? So this right here is Brian Armstrong, like his address. So that's him, who wants a pair of socks. And then I don't know. So yeah, I mean, that was, and then apparently Elon Musk retweeted something about this. So now you have, stuff like this going on. Want a pair of socks. So yeah, Russell was sitting at around like 1.5 million market cap like a couple weeks ago. I had just closed out a swing trade from like a few weeks back. I sold high and then I bought back in low. And then it was like, it was kind of funny. It was like, I bought back in and a couple hours later, like 2 hours later, it just suddenly Russell was pumping all over again. And then it wicked all the way up to a 17 million market cap. So almost did a quick 17x that day. Luckily I bought back in because then I was able to sell high yet again and then, buy back in low. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn good. So I got me a ton of Russell right now. And I think that the market cap, the potential is high. If you're talking about a gigantic bull run in 2027, like unlike anything we've ever seen before, the potential for Russell is there. It could. I mean, you'd like to say, oh, it could go to 100 million, but realistically, it could go to 1 billion. Considering the circumstances, it could go. It could go like really high. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like that they, almost all their circulating supply has been released and so on. So I think it's okay. The tokenomics are not that bad and so on, but I think it's not financial advice, of course, right? Nothing is financial advice, but I think it's good for a meme coin play, like a risky meme coin play. It's like, but Foxy is a risky meme coin play that it's risky, but it could get you many, many multipliers. The same thing with Russell, right? So even if you invest in like 5 or 6 meme coins that do nothing, but one of them does like a 500x or something like that, you're set, man. You're doing good. So yeah, that's Russell in a nutshell. That's why I'm bullish on Russell. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it short. I'll let you guys go. Have a Merry Christmas, and yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed about a Santa's rally. Hopefully that happens. So if not, we're gonna have some good pumps next year. I think early next year we're gonna have some good pumps. Maybe not in February, maybe not in January, but probably in February. But we'll see what happens. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. It's like you get sidetracked. You know, maybe the government shutdown is going to happen again on January 30th, and then maybe if it doesn't, we could just slingshot up right then and there, right in February. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'll catch you later, guys. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Code Monkey, Code Monkey.